Have you guys ever done weightlifting and you've got to have the mind muscle connection? There's a difference between lifting weights haphazardly and lifting weights with your mind in the muscle. Have you guys ever heard that expression? And if you lift weights in the gym, you'll know the difference. You will know what I'm talking about. If you lift weights and you're trying to do bicep curls like this, and you think of your bicep and you think into the muscle, you can't really see my arm while I'm doing this. If I think into my muscle whilst lifting and I imagine that muscle growing, or I just think of it, I just focus my mind on my arm, that part of my arm, you can start to feel it more than if you don't. It's called the mind muscle connection. Then you're having faith that because you're doing that, it's working, right? But a lot of you are mindlessly manifesting. You're mindlessly lifting the weights in the gym. Oh, these bicep curls never work. Another person standing next to you is thinking into the muscle, knowing their muscle's growing, having faith that it's growing, and their muscles are growing a lot bigger than yours. They have faith that this muscle's growing. They can't see it right now. It hasn't got bigger overnight, but they know every time they go to the gym and they put their mind to the muscle, that bicep is growing. And you'll go back the next week and see them and their muscle will slightly grown a bit. And then the next week, slightly grow more. You'll go back 2 months later and that person will be built like a brick shit house and you won't. Because you were doubting it, you didn't have faith in it, you didn't turn up to the gym as much. That person had faith and they knew it was working. If you don't have the faith, you'll have a very hard time doing the work. So the person who doesn't go to the gym as much doesn't have the faith. The person who goes there religiously knows it's working. If you went to the gym religiously, but you didn't believe it was working, why the fuck would you go? When I used to go to the gym every single day, 5 days a week for 2 hours a day, I was fucking obsessed. I did it because I knew it was working. Eventually, I could see the results, but at first I couldn't see the results. At first, I didn't have the right outfit. I had leggings that were see-through and I had to wear knickers underneath them. I didn't have the right gear for putting things in my pockets. I didn't have the right earphones for not getting my cord caught up in my weights every time I was lifting them. Eventually, I had the right outfits, had the right headphones, I had all the right technique, and I was lifting like a motherfucker, and I lost so much weight and built so much muscle, and I looked toned as fuck after about 3 months. But I had to have faith that that was happening whilst I was going to the gym. But every time I went, I didn't look any different. I didn't feel any different. Sometimes I didn't have a fucking clue what I was doing. Sometimes I felt like giving up because I thought, is this even working? But eventually, when I had enough faith in myself and I really started to enjoy it and trusted the process, by 3 months, I looked fit. And I had great outfits to go with it. Do you have trust in the process like you would going to the gym, even though right now you still look a bit chubby in the mirror, even though right now you don't have the right gear, even though right now you don't have the right technique, even though right now you're feeling a bit unsure in the weights room and you're the only girl in there and all the guys are lifting properly and they're coming up and trying to tell you what to do and you're like, thank you, I have no clue what I'm doing. You got to have faith. It's like going to the gym, guys. If you gave up real quick, you wouldn't end up ripped. You wouldn't end up toned. You wouldn't end up losing the weight. You have to have faith that it will happen. Just like someone at the gym. And if you can't do that, I can't fucking help you because you're giving up on yourself. So when you guys give up because there's no movement, you're giving up on yourself, just like I would give up on myself at the gym after a month if I saw nothing.